Hi guys, Kaze here. Welcome back. We're back with Destiny's Princess, Chapter 7 with Kotaro Fuma. I forgot what chapter we're on. It's funny because I'm actually recording these all back to back and I keep forgetting what chapter we're on, which is kind of sad when you think about it. It's like, whoops, my bad. Anyway, we're back again with this good stuff. If you guys enjoy the game though, please consider purchasing it as well, like when it's on sale or something, however you want to purchase it, to show that we love Otome games, and hopefully they'll understand that there's like a market here for us, for the English speaking countries, that we love Otome games and want to see more translated as well, other than just male dating sim games, which are nice, except it's mostly bouncing boobies if you think about it, but they're still good too. But we want more. Anyway, let's continue on with the show. Let's see. Yes, the chapter is Nice Calling. Let's go. Oh, it's you, Princess Kaze. Kotaro put down his blood-stained sword and slowly turned around. What business do you have in a place like this? Did you come here looking for me? I have been neglecting you recently. Sorry for making you feel lonely. Yeah, you made me feel lonely and everyone in the castle's freaking out about moaning. So yeah, I'm here for you. He smiled arrogantly. My nose was going crazy from the thick stench of blood that filled the air. When Kotaro acted like nothing had happened, something inside me flared up. Ooh, I got pissed. What are you doing here? What? You can see for yourself, can't you? Who let you act so inhumanely in a place like this? I thought Kotaro had been taken aback by my threat. He spoke sarcastically. Oh, I see how this is. You're asking me as the princess of this castle. But allow me to answer you, Your Highness. Hanbei was the one who allowed us to use this place. And Lord Nobunaga was the one who told Hanbei he could use this castle as he wished. I lost my words. Those two knew the meaning behind the voice that tormented the people in the castle. Why would you do something like this? It's a long story. I'll allow it. Speak without leaking the important information. Kotaro shrugged his shoulders and the ninjas behind him turned around. Can you guys leave us alone for a bit? But sir, Kotaro, wouldn't it be better if you two went somewhere else? Well, the ninjas glanced at the demon. It kept making soft moans. It's fine. It's better if the princess sees it for herself. She has to fully understand what I've been doing. Kotaro's subordinates left the passage as I glared at Kotaro. Kotaro looked at me diagonally as if trying to avoid my gaze. When it felt like it was just the two of us, I opened my mouth abruptly. Why would you do something so cruel? Cruel? You sure are naive, princess. I'm doing this to a demon. It's unintelligent. It can't even speak. It's just like an animal. Plus, aren't they our enemy? I grasped my kimono tightly. You're right, these are two different... Well, yes, they're our enemy, but damn, you're cruel. Yes, you're right. It's just as you said. They're enemies. I despise them to the utmost degree. But Kotaro, you said demons are like animals, didn't you? Would you do something so cruel like this to a wild animal? Are you the type of person that has the fun prolonging a living being's pain? And if I said yes, I wouldn't think that those were your true feelings. Kotaro averted his eyes, and I could see a fragment of sadness on his face. I was sure Kotaro wasn't the type of person to enjoy such cruelty. Tell me, why did you do this? Kotaro let out a long sigh and scratched his head and stood next to the demon. To investigate this thing. To investigate it? Demons don't have intelligence. At least, that's what it looks like. However, if you take out their leader, they start to flee even if they're far away. How do you know that their leader's been killed? From something like its howling voice? That might be true. Wild dogs howl to signal things to their packs. But Hanbei and I think differently. These things are spirits, and they might even be able to use sorcery like telepathy or mind reading. If they're hurt, they might call their comrades, right? It can't be. Didn't you say that they were similar to animals? I'm trying to tell you I'm experimenting to see if they're actually similar or not. Simply despising your enemies without understanding them is called negligence. Kotaro looked up at the demon. There's a number of other things I want to know too. Hanbei investigated why the demons suddenly started showing up. Apparently their boss had summoned them to this world. So does this mean the demons take orders from their boss? Do they have a way of communicating information to their boss? As he spoke, Kotaro thrust a dagger into the demon's side. I looked away and Kotaro spoke softly. It looks like the skin around their armpits is thin. That's worth passing on. Kotaro sounded uninterested. When did you start? Start what? I'm asking you when you started doing this. I captured this demon the night before we had flown into the night together. I tied it up in a cave and left it there, but it was so far away. There were a plethora of things I wanted to test on the demon, but I didn't have a place to do it. You helped me out by telling me about this place. For a brief moment, I was at a loss for words, and I felt like a gaping hole had been opened in my chest. You I want to kick you. You took it. You destroyed my trust. I trust you not. You only use it once. You came back into the second time. Bastard. If the memories I have from that day felt so distant to me. That's right. Make sure you don't do anything careless, princess. Careless? What do you mean? The dagger. There's a small demon inside it, right? Isn't it an ally to these demons? You really did switch them. And I probably knew what he wanted to do with the dagger. I think he can speak in human tongue and is in the demon family. If the demons can read minds, then all their information would be leaked to them. It was true, the small demon in the dagger was very cunning from time to time. While I had talked to it, I'd even thought it had read my mind a few times. It's good you're getting more suspicious. Don't let your guard down too much. His face became expressionless and his face was so cold. In response to his words, I'm not gonna believe you just broke everything I ever knew about you. I'll kick you. Yeah, I guess gonna work with a ninja, but I will try. I'll oppose you. No, I won't do that. Princess. I felt like he was scolding me and stopped me preemptively. If I did that, then that would mean you had been lying all those times I trusted you. Are you okay with that? Kotaro said nothing. He looked at me with melodic eyes. He wasn't the Kotaro I knew. He wasn't the man who had given me pretty stones, who climbed my roof despite my rejections, who would smile like a child and who I had fun with. Kotaro lightly struck the flank of the chained-up demon. It was all thanks to capturing this guy that I was able to open up to you like this. The enemy might be trying to outwit us, but it doesn't seem like it can read our minds. Say, princess, all my memories, they're fake, aren't they? Yes, they are. It was all because of that dagger, the small demon living inside of it, right? Yes. My feelings of guilt grated my chest. I held my arms. Kotaro faintly smiled as he stared at me. I'm not blaming you, it's just the person I had replaced had fallen in love with you at first sight. The person who fell in love with me supposedly died on his way here, so I don't see how you could say that. Huh? He had given up on his incompetent master and had come here. When he had come here, he had seen you. The princess and the prince. Oh, is Yukimura an imposter as well? This guy had talked to the real prince in the courtyard. He thought you were so innocent and carefree and thought he could reach you. Kotaro was gazing right at me. In the end, we're both similar. I'm sure that's why the small demon in the dagger had chosen me. His eyes looked like they were delirious from the heat. I really just wanted to see your sleeping face the first time I'd come to your room. I meant to talk to you. I hadn't been fine with just taking a look at you. If you hadn't woken up that time, I'm sure I would have watched over you from afar. Kotaro stretched his hand out. It was covered in demon's blood. He came toward me and I closed my mouth. That must stink. I pushed Kotaro's chest away and he forcefully held my waist. I couldn't get away. Actually, he grabbed me even stronger and wanted my lips. No! I twisted my body and pushed him away with all my might. I don't want this! Ooh, harsh rejection. Kotaro looked sad and speechless. I asked him a question when my face turned away. What are you going to do with that demon? That's right. Kotaro looked at the demon with his hollowed eyes. I'm done with this thing. I'm sure it won't live much longer anyway. Shall I kill it and let it go? What do you think I should do, princess? Even if he let it go, it would die eventually, and if it did survive, it might become dangerous. Just kill it. You already tortured it enough. Just put it out of its misery. Kill it. That was all I could say. I was sure it would relieve the demon of its pain, even if it was only a little bit. It felt unfair to make Kotaro decide that as well. If those are your orders, I will gladly do it. Kotaro smirked with dark eyes. He then turned around and took the spear that was lying on the ground. Ugh. He let Junta and swung his arms wide and pierced the demon's eyeball. It cried in agony. Kotaro casually moved and stood before me. The demon withered in pain, shaking the chains it was attached to. The chains squeaked and it roared. After that, it abruptly stopped. It's dead. I turned around and ran from that place. I had nothing more to say to Kotaro. I came out of the secret passage and went to Hanabe's room. Hanabe invited me in nonchalantly. Where's the dagger? Right here. He wasn't the least bit agitated and returned the dagger to me. I couldn't sense a speck of guilt in his face. You're acting like that after you stole your master's things? My apologies. I thought it was necessary to win the war. The dagger was held in a temporary scarab, and she then, its miserable voice immediately started to echo. Oh, princess, how I've missed you! Please listen to this dirty hambone and Takoro subjected me to all sorts of violent acts. Can it? I'll listen to you later. I shut the dagger up and returned it to its original scarab, and I glared at Hanabe. You and Kotaro know the truth, right? Yes. He answered me immediately. Then why did you decide to stay in this world? I wonder. It might be because I haven't regained our original memories. I don't feel like it. You don't feel like returning? Why? If my memories return, I might want to go home. But right now, I can't abandon this nation. His answer was very smooth, but I should be very thankful to you. I knew I had an awkward smile on. Saying those words showed that I didn't feel gratitude. Did you see the demon in the passage? I nodded. You had a good intuition. How'd you know? There are traces of blood on your clothes. Remember Kotaro's strong hands holding me. His anguished face flashed before my eyes, and the intolerable feelings flowed from my lips. Did you order him to do that? Yes, I did. Why would you make him do something so cruel? Hanabe grinned. Are you asking me why I didn't do it myself? Or why I had him do something like that? Both. It's foolish to ask me why I had him do it. We've been summoned to protect you and your nation. Kotaro and I acted on that reason. As for why I didn't do it myself, all I can say is I don't have enough strength. Huh? What does that mean? I'm telling you that I don't have much time left. What? His words were so sudden, he sounded so uninterested. It did sound authentic. I began to shower him with questions. I'll probably lose my life in the next few days. Is that really true? Yes. This can't be. He didn't look like he was going to die as he sat down and looked at me with his powerful eyes. But now that I thought about it, his face was pale, and he looked a little thinner than before. Since when? Well, if my memories are fake, I can't be certain, but I've probably been sick before I've been summoned to this world. Yes, that's what my body is telling me. Kotaro took on that job even knowing full well about my condition. He couldn't have done that without destroying his heart. Thanks to his emotional sacrifice, I was able to come up with a plan. The reason this country suffered so much is because it didn't have a plan. We have to do some things that are necessary. Hanabe's tone was strict. I can't say anything to that. It was true we were too weak and could do nothing and were pushed into a corner by the demons. I was too naive. I bowed my head. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping this country. I thank you, the others, and Kotaro. Please forgive me. Hanabe's voice suddenly became gentle. I lifted my head up and he was smiling gently. Despite Kotaro's looks, he thinks about you from the depths of his heart. Everything he does is for you. Don't doubt that. Oh, how sweet, Hanabe. It had become dark when I returned to my room. My handmaiden looked at my clothes and let out a small scream. Blood is... Are you hurt? No, it wasn't me. I just touched someone who had been injured. Why was that sudden flash there? I did not double tap, I promise. It had just looked like Kotaro was hurting himself as he hurt that demon that time. Oh, so that person was injured? Injured? Yes, probably. She tried to guess why I had made a sorrowful face. Then, I'll remove the stains. I'll bring you some tea later. Thank you. No, it's nothing. She smiled and slowly left the room. I went to the window and gazed up at the sky. The clouds were thin because of the moon, and the stars were pretty that night as well. It was like precious stones were in the sky full of stars. It's like opening a treasure chest. Those things are only showing themselves to people who are hunting for treasures. Yeah, you're right, Kotaro. If I hadn't opened the window, I wouldn't have noticed the stars. He searched for pretty stones amidst the bloodthirsty battle with the demons. He played the flute and gazed at the stars. I'm sorry, Kotaro. And he was a kind-hearted person. I knew he had done those cruel things because he wanted to. He didn't need to tell me. I had stabbed him. What? Oh, okay. Emotionally stabbed him. Okay, I'm like, I do not recall stabbing him. Unless I clicked too much and I didn't realize. I read all this, so I don't know how I would have missed it. You should throw your social status away. You should come with me. He had told me he had already caught the demon the night we had flown together. At that time, he had already known he would have to torment that demon. He knew that and invited me. Maybe it would have been better to go with him. Maybe it would have been better to take his hand and throw away the castle and my people. But something like that is impossible. I covered my face. I couldn't abandon the suffering citizens. If I had, I would have regretted it my entire life. He couldn't have done that without destroying his heart. He had stabbed the demon's side without any expression on his face. Kotaro had killed his heart because I hadn't taken him up on his offer. I suddenly thought to myself, I should let him be free. If I freed him from that painful memory, no, from the war of the demons as well. I was surprised and lifted my head up. I should return him to his world. Hanabe had said he had made a plan. With his plan, I might be able to return the 5 of them to their own worlds. I took out the dagger and questioned it. Say, hypothetically speaking, could you return the men summoned here to their worlds? You want to return that ninja to his world, don't you? Just let me tell you, it's impossible. Why? Why is it impossible? It's because he's already formed a bond with you, princess. Huh? Even if he remembered everything, his feelings are tying him to this world. He can't go back. That can't be. He'd been forced to come here because of me, and that was my fault, but he was stuck here. Isn't there a loophole? A way to save Kotaro? Let me see. It would be difficult for a little demon like me. I think it might be better if he started to hate you. Well, when men scheme something up, it's easy to see through them. I was once again perplexed and could hear a faint sound from outside. The sound of a flute. Kotaro? I ran outside. Where was the sound coming from? I rushed to the castle following the sound. Beyond here could he be on the courtyard's rooftop? The place we gazed at the stars together? However, the sound stopped before I could reach the courtyard. Kotaro! I rushed into the courtyard while I was still wearing socks. Kotaro? I stood in the middle of the courtyard where the moonlight shined and looked at the roof. But I wasn't able to find Kotaro that night. The fuss I made ended there. At midnight, Hanbei had suddenly fallen. He hadn't looked so good in the afternoon, but still sat up and talked to me. A few hours later, he left us all too soon. Even if Hanbei is now gone, we have his plan. We have to make the best of Hanbei's last plan. Kotaro wasn't sitting in his seat with a military console in the corner of the room. The men didn't wait until daybreak. They started to mobilize immediately. Well, dang, I felt that was kind of rushed compared to everyone else's chapters in that area. But okay. Oh, we're on chapter 896, Lovability. This will be interesting. But what that dagger said kind of makes sense now for Yukimura and Masamune now. As to why they never went home. Sorry if you guys skipped those, I'm sorry. But now we know why. According to the dagger, that's why they couldn't go home. But that they never really remembered. So, alright then. Well, at least those two were the ones that seemed to never remember anything throughout the main line. I think everyone else knew. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see what had chapter 8, and then we have like our 2 chapters endings and then extras. So we're getting them. We're almost there. And okay, right before I say my goodbyes, don't forget to vote on this video and the previous videos if you haven't already. The next video will be the last one you can vote on, and I will close those. Oh, wait, I'm confusing this with Ogia. Ogia has like 10 chapters and then 2 endings. No, this will be the last video you can vote. Sorry. So please vote so I can figure out if we're either doing Hanbei or Nobunaga. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Kaze out. Bye guys.